So, hey, I know it's been a while. Just latest rant, I guess. Online, attempting to have conversations with the so-called experts in the agile software development, product development community, and especially in the Scrum community. Mike Cohn is perhaps the worst. Look at which article it is specifically of his that basically call him out that he only responds to comments in support of him and he ignores those that don't. Though he will follow a conversation afterward and upvote people that support him. But he either chooses not to, that's the positive spin on things, the giving him the benefit of doubt spin on things, or that he's cognitively unable to respond to counter arguments and points, and he just what he's selling is what he's selling, and take it or leave it. Maybe it's a bit of that management 2.0 kind of aspect. I don't know. Experience with Ilya Pavlichenko from Scrum.org, quoting the Scrum guide, pointing out the flaws in his argument, and he engaged in the conversation for a while. However, overall, it didn't matter. Counter arguments were ignored. He created straw men, moved goalposts, was unable to actually engage in an intellectual conversation about it. Was just take my points and move on. Also from Scrum.org is Barry Overeem. I love most of what he's done. I think there's only one time I disagreed with him, and it was minor. But his new partner, maybe not so new, but Tobias Mayer, had a conversation with him on LinkedIn through comments on an article posted, and he said, quote this, "I'm much more interested in being faithful to the framework," referring to Scrum, "than worrying what the Scrum guide says." How does one remain faithful to a framework if they aren't concerning themselves with the definition of that framework? So a lot of that boiled down to he wanted to use the terms, but define them as he sees fit, or redefine the Scrum framework, but keep that same, branded name that people will recognize. It was really amazing. His response to the contradiction in the statement I quoted was something about being mysterious or whatever. It was really just a brush off without explanation. So it was really sad to see that. It was amazing. It was a long conversation, a lot of comments, but in the end, he was basically unwilling or unable to cognitively argue those points reasonably, with logic, scientific points. Twitter, have some interesting conversations on there as well. John Cutler is one specifically who will throw out some stuff like stand-up protocol must be walking the board or going individual by individual. That's the way it is. Call him out. No, actually, read the Scrum guide. That's not what he says. He disappears. Chooses not to respond. It's the attitude by so many. It's really disheartening. It says a lot about the state of the technology industry, software development, particularly, that these so-called experts, the professionals, are either unwilling or unable to debate, to support, to have a discussion about their perspectives and others. It's much like their consultants, just like the consultants that sold that organization Waterfall years ago. Here's how you do it. Don't question it. This has been proven. Just listen to me. I'm the expert. Instead of asking the tough questions, and then as a professional, as a trainer, as an educator, as a mentor, be able to say, you know what, here's why, or this is why I disagree, or that's a valid point, I should reconsider. Instead, they all are just selling their time, selling their point of view, and walking away. And it's really sad that they're not looking to engage, improve, and promote the community dialogue. Good luck out there.